Hello. Be utilizing some items inside of my 12 Merry Moments calendar. For those of you who don't know, I actually have this awesome 12-day calendar full of 52% off skincare and makeup and tools and all sorts of goodies like that to help you feel fabulous this holiday season, whether it's for everyday wear or for those special activities. Hello. Do me a favor and drop a hashtag Hello Lovely down in the comments below, and I'd love to see who's hanging on out. I'm going to be having lunch with my mom in just a little bit, so I'm not doing necessarily anything too glam, and it's a kind of dreary day here in Rhode Island. But that being said, I wanted to come on and talk a little bit about some gratitude exercises that I do with my children. We have been going through an interesting season of life recently. Some extra things have come on up in the Larson household that we weren't necessarily planning on, and you know, when you get those surprises in life that may not necessarily be the most positive surprises, it can throw you for a loop. It can definitely throw you for a loop. And I think, you know, those are moments that you really want to, I'm going to use some of my new tinted BB cream. Those are times when you really just kind of need to lean into gratitude. And gratitude wasn't something that I necessarily grew up learning. I feel like Gen X and millennials. I'm a Zennial. Anyone else here a Zennial? Zennial is this micro gen between Gen X and millennial. It's either the elder millennials or the youngest Zennials, but we're this micro gen. I think it's like from 1979 through 1983, or maybe 1978. It's like this little chasm of time that is different. And this lighting is just not ideal. Let's see. Is that a little bit better? Let me know in the comments. Was this lighting change better or worse? It is a cloudy day, and it's sometimes hard for me to gauge how things look on camera on cloudy days. So, yeah, we're this extra little micro gen where we've had different experiences necessarily than millennials, but not necessarily the same experiences as the Gen Z, so we're called Zennials. But yeah, as a Zennial, I don't necessarily feel like we grew up with the same emotional intelligence classes that they have in schools nowadays. I'm really grateful. I know that some of the classes are they're not well done, okay? So across the board, not everybody's social emotional learning classes are done super well. It's because people are still learning how to teach this. But I think we can all agree that people having better emotional health and emotional awareness is good. It's healthy for everybody. So I have really worked hard throughout my life on becoming emotionally aware of things. And as a mother, I've worked really hard on it for my kids. And we do these exercises in the morning that I wanted to share with you, because as I said in the beginning of this video, we've gotten a couple little curveballs thrown at us over the past month and a half or two in our family that we were not planning on, and that have been a bit difficult. Thanks so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. And whenever you go through difficulties like that, I think it's really important to also be grateful for the things that are going well and right in your world, and the opportunities that you are still able to have, and that helps you get through the tough times. So what I do with my children is on the car ride to school, and if it's a day that Blake is bringing them, I might do it at the breakfast table. We go through and we say one thing that we're grateful for in the past, one thing that we're grateful for in the present, and one thing that we're going to be grateful for in the future. And this has been a wonderful activity with my kids over the past couple of years, because they've really learned about the concept of past, present, future. Some days they'll just say the same thing. Like some days they're just not as into it, but for the most part, they really do this activity well with me. And so something in the past could be, I'm grateful for such a wonderful college experience. I'm grateful that we bought the house that we did when we did. I'm grateful that today I think I actually said I'm grateful that I became a mom. I'm grateful that I have had these two children, and it's, you know, led to such wonderful experiences. And then we do something that we're grateful for in the present. And it can be as simple as, I'm grateful that we have this car that protects us from the rainy weather on our ride to school, or I'm grateful for the school that we go to. I'm grateful for the breakfast that I'm eating right now. So it's funny because the ones that are in the present tense are a lot less grand usually. The ones in the past, my kids will often say, like, I'm grateful we went to the Highland Games in New Hampshire. I'm grateful we went on that vacation. I'm grateful that we have a dog. Like, big things. But the present day ones are often these nice little small things. I'm grateful that I had a yummy breakfast this morning. And then we'll often do something in the future. We always do something in the future. And that one is something that we're looking forward to. I'm grateful that I'm going to go to my friend's birthday party this weekend. I'm grateful that the holidays are going to come up and I'm going to enjoy them. And you always speak about them in that almost like present sense. Like, I'm grateful that I have a wonderful, enjoyable holiday season. Whether you do or not, you're putting it out there. So that is the gratitude stuff that we do. And then we do goals. So we go through and we talk about what our goals are for that day, and we say them out loud. And some of them are academic based or work based. Some of them are in regards to like social. We always do something social. Like, my goal is to be kind to someone today. My goal is to compliment somebody today. My goal is to thank the teacher by her name. I love that one. If you do have little ones in school, I always tell my children, thank them by their name. Thank them, Miss So-and-so, because we all love to hear our name, and it makes the thank you have so much more weight. So sometimes that's their goal, is I'm going to thank my teacher by their name. And then other goals might be, I'm going to keep my desk clean, or I'm going to use better handwriting, or I'm going to do my best. That's a big thing. What you've seen me put on, by the way, I did put on my tinted BB cream moisturizer. It has SPF. It is a nice, light, hydrating foundation. But what I'm putting on right now is my all-in-one color stick in the shade Fresh Orchid. This is included inside my 12 days calendar. So this has 12 full-size items. It also comes with this blusher brush that you can use for powders. I'm using it right now to blend my blush, but it has 12 full-size items, and I'm going to point out which ones I use from here on out. Sorry about that. But this is the shade Fresh Orchid in my all-in-one color stick, and it's a cream blush. You can also use it as an eyeshadow and as a lip product. So we'll talk about our goals, and as I said, we always make something social. We always make something just about like things that we kind of can contain, whether that's like caring for our space, making sure papers go into our folders. And I say my goals with them. I will say, like, I'm going to, make phone calls that I need to make, and I'm going to, be a good sport at my doctor's appointment if I'm nervous about something. So it's good to go through that so that way they can hear from me too, things that I'm looking forward to in life. And then after that, we do I am statements. So we put a hand over our heart, and it's just like positive affirmation. So for me, I might say, I'm a great mom, and I'm a creative individual, and I'm a wonderful musician, and I help make people smile when they listen to my podcasts. And and we have to do it with our hand over our heart and a smile, so that way we're projecting all this goodness out there. But it's so great to hear them say these things that they believe in themselves, and then as they say it, I will echo it back. I am strong. Yes, you are strong. I am funny. Yes, you are funny. And I quickly just bring it right back to them, so that way they're not only saying it about themselves, but I'm now saying it back at them too. So that all-in-one color stick, I went a little heavy with. What I'm just taking is my foundation brush, and I'm just kind of blending that little edge right there. I am going for a bit more color, as I am entering my vampire era. Taylor Swift has her eras tour. I am entering my vampire era at this time of year, and this is when I do like to go and get some extra blush and make it look like I came in from a chilly day outside. All right, so that all-in-one color stick and that brush are included inside the 12 days calendar. As I said, it's 52% off of the normal price. You can use all the items to treat yourself, or you can break them on up for little gifts for your loved ones. And it's just some of my favorite best-selling items. Next item that I'm going to use is the eyeshadow stick that comes in it. This is pretty much like a crayon. It is budge-proof, waterproof, oily eye-proof, hooded eye-proof, and it couldn't be any easier. You can either do it as just like a little inner corner highlight, highlight and use other eyeshadows with it, or just do it all by itself. Do work one eye at a time, however. This is in the shade Gleaming, which is a universal shade. It looks great on all eye colors, all skin tones, all ages, and I just blend this one with my finger. But for those of you who do like to have a brush, I am including inside the holiday calendar my fluffy crease brush right here. So you can use this with other products as well. And I'm going to show you how I do that in a hot second. Hi, Amy. Good to see you. Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. Brought a big old smile to my face. So thank you so much for hanging on out here. So yeah, we do those I am statements. And I have noticed a significant change in my children since we started to do this. I think we started to do this 2 years ago. If there's issues going on in school, you know, maybe it's social, maybe it's academic, I will gently kind of nudge them that like, hey, do you think one of your goals today could be that you take your time on your test? You know, how you've been talking about how you've been rushing a little bit. That we could read the word problem a little bit longer. We could take more time on that. And so by having these goals that we talk about on our way to school, it's fresh in their brain, and it's fresh in their brain with like all this gratitude that we've just spoken about. It's fresh in their brain with all these I am statements where they're talking positively about themselves. And then they walk into school with these thoughts. I am going to keep my desk clean. I am going to take my time on this paper. I am going to compliment somebody and make sure that I'm inclusive during gym today. I'm going to be a good sport during PE today. So they have all this stuff, and what's been incredible is that when I talk with their teachers, and they may say, oh yeah, we're working on a messy desk, rushing, whatever it is, and then I check in a couple weeks later after we've started to add this to kind of our gratitude mindset ritual in the morning, they notice a difference. And I don't tell them at first. I don't say like, okay, we're going to add it to our morning goals. But I check in a couple weeks later, hey, how are things going in that regard? And they will say it has been different. Now, I'm not saying that by doing this, you're going to be like, I'm going to be an A+ student and get everything right, because you can't handle that, right? But you can encourage yourself to be more focused or to be more organized, or you know, just to have those intentions. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. And I myself have been loving it because, as I said, I share it. You know, even though my children are 8 and 10, it doesn't mean that I can't be real and raw and honest with them about my goals and what I'm working on. So I'm able to share with them, you know, mama needs to, you know, focus on this. Mama needs to clean her room today, you know, all these kind of things. So it's been a really, really cool experience for me to go through with my kids. All right. So I just filled in my brows. I am wearing glasses today. And if you have brows, if you wear glasses, we all ideally should have brows, unless you plucked them all out in the 90s. And if so, I apologize. You can draw them back in. But I like to make sure, even on days when I have a really low-key eyeshadow look, if I'm wearing my glasses, I like to make sure that my brows are filled in a little bit with structure so they can frame my frames. I just think it really makes a big difference. Now I am going to go in and do some mascara for a hot second. And that also is included inside my little kit. That little, it's not a kit, excuse me, my 12 Days of Magical Merry Moments calendar. Where did I put it? There we go. I do always start with eyelash primer, whether it's in my Quadra lash product that has it infused inside of it, it's already inside of it, or if I do it by itself. So today I'm going to be wearing my Twisted Epic Mascara that has biotin and keratin. It is by far my best-selling mascara for people who kind of enjoy my vibe of makeup. It has a small wand and a large wand, so it allows you to have some flexibility with how you want your lashes to be. So if you spin it above the silver, it's an itty bitty baby wand. Itty bitty baby wand. If you spin it at the silver, you get a nice big chunker wand, a nice big thick one that's going to help with the volume. So personally, I start with the small wand, and I get right up to the base of the lashes, and I deposit mascara right there. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Oops, as I make a mess of myself. Anybody else do this? I do it every time. If you've seen my Minute with Marys before, you're like, yes, Mary, we have seen you make a mess with mascara, because I'm too busy talking. But anyway, I'll fix that little jiffy. Putting it right there is going to give this look of eyeliner without necessarily having to put eyeliner on. Now I am including a eyeliner inside that 12-day calendar. and it's my favorite eyeliner. It's a marker tip. It is budge proof, waterproof, so that way you can use it if you do have oily eyelids, hooded eyes, you rub your eyes. I wear contacts and it's totally fine, but I'm a little on the quick side right now, so I'm not gonna do it today. We're going for simple and quick. And I'm depositing it right there. So I'm using the little wand to first get to the base of those lashes, and then I also like it because it really grabs those little lashes in the inner and outer corners, or if you like to use it on your lower lashes, it's just such a nice wand, and it really gives a beautiful natural look. Like for those of you who don't necessarily want to look like you have gobs and gobs of mascara on, this is going to be an amazing option for you. It's still going to define your lashes and give a bit of that deepness and color without it looking like you've got, you know, false lashes or a lot of makeup on. Now, I personally do like the look of having mascara on, so now I switched to the bigger wand, and this one is going to help comb through and really help separate, create that curl and lift, but it also is going to deposit a bit more product. Love it when I stab my eyeball with the wand, right? Right? We all do this. We all do this. I am not claiming to be some YouTube guru who never makes mistakes, because you know they also make mistakes, right? They just edit those little suckers out. It's part of why I like going live with my videos, is so you can see the process if it is something that you are less than confident in, or you might feel like, oh, I don't do this right. So either I can share tips with you, or you can see that I mess up too, that we're all human. All right, so using that bigger wand, as I said, depositing some extra mascara for that extra volume, and I am going to use that same all-in-one color stick on my lips right now. I started this video with a little bit of lip mask to add some hydration, which I absolutely love, but I want a little extra color. When I wear glasses, I like to do my brows a bit bolder, my cheeks a bit bolder, and sometimes my lips a bit bolder. So this is the shade Fresh Orchid. This is one of my top 2 favorite shades. It is a cool berry toned color, and you can either apply it straight on your lips, just like a lipstick, or you can use a lip brush or your finger, and it's going to be like a lip stain. You're not going to feel any weight on your lips. You're not going to feel any necessarily creaminess. If you rub it on straight from, you will feel that creaminess, but it has 10-hour wear. So 10-hour wear on your cheeks, 10-hour wear on your lips. However, I will say, if you eat anything oily, butter, salad dressing, any of that kind of stuff, it will break it down. And if you're a lip biter, people may not know that they're lip biters, and they might be, but this will not necessarily make a mess on your straws, your coffee cups, your wine glasses. It's just going to create a really nice look, and it complements because it's the same color as my cheeks. And then the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring it up here for a little extra eyeshadow. I'm going to put it above my hood. Now this is a creamy based product. It's that creamy blush. It's the same thing as my lips. And I will say some people are able to wear this all over their lid. As someone who has a bit more oily lid and hooded eyelid, for me, I like to apply a bit more up here. On kind of that ocular bone. I find that this is really a nice way to do it if you do have hooded eyelids, just to bring a little extra color up here, because a lot of your eyelid gets sucked up inside your hood that you can't even see. But also because it does have a bit of a creamier texture, this product right here, for me, I find I have more success up here. All right, so my lips, my cheeks, my eyelids all match because they're all part of my all-in-one color stick. It also has a little sponge for some blending if you want to blend on the go and you don't like to use your finger. Absolutely love this product. It's 10-hour wear. So this, my lash products, brushes, skincare, all sorts of stuff is included inside that 12 days calendar. I'm gonna do a quick spritz. This is not included, but I may include this later this month for some holiday deals. This is a Prime and Set Mist. So if you like to have more of that dewy finish to your look, right now it's a wet finish. It needs to dry down a little bit. But if you like more of a dewy natural finish to your look, this is a great product to use. Included in the 12 days calendar is my Prime and Set powder. That is a fantastic product for under your eye texture and for pores. I'm gonna be wearing my glasses, so I'm not necessarily, like my under eyes are gonna have extra shadow there anyway, so I'm not necessarily concerned about it. Thank you so much for the hashtag Hello Lovely. All right, I'm gonna head on out as I'm gonna go have lunch with my mom, but this is the final look. So I have that extra color. So even though I'm wearing my dark frames, I didn't do too much on my eyes, but I did bring a light color to make the eyes stand out a bit more. I have that mascara to open up the eyes. I have the coordinating eyeshadow, cream blush, and lip. I did my brows. And there you go. Bada bing, bada boom. I feel polished, pulled together, but not like overly made up. And this is kind of my daily look when I do put on some makeup. So thanks so much for hanging on out. Let me know if you do any gratitude, routines, whether it's for yourself or with your family or loved ones, but particularly in this month of November, it has just been so great for me to be posting about things I'm grateful for, to hear from you what you're grateful for, and just to have more of that in your life. No matter what life throws your way, there's always things to be grateful for, and especially right now in this month, as I said, we've had some curveballs thrown at our family, and so for us to be able to still kind of like find those things we're grateful for has been making a world of difference for us. So I hope that you too get to think about things that you're grateful for. All right, don't forget to drop that hashtag Hello Lovely in the comments below, even if you're catching this on the replay, and I'll talk